I'm not mentally prepared for this. Oh my god. I know majority of you are here because you want to see my strangest fetishes. Oh, I am not prepared. The embarrassment I currently have right now, because I know, and I can't back out either, because I promised you guys. Oh, oh god. Many of you guys are gonna judge the fuck out of me. Okay, so before I do that, I want to save that for the final portion of the video. Let us do the regular Chibit questions, and then I will answer what many of you want answered. What are my strangest fetishes? So, let us start. What outfit should I put Hollow in next? Have you ever tried C2's outfit? Try that. C2 from, Code Geass? Try that outfit. Ashita dies before finishing TG Re, but in his will, it says that he gives the rights of the series to you. What's your ending to the manga? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Out of countless people that are way more qualified than I am to write Tokyo Ghoul, Ashita would will it to me. I'm honored. I'm really honored if that happened. Like, I would be very honored, but at the same time, I'd be very scared. Like, no joke, I would legit be scared to probably touch TG, because I will admit, I'm nowhere in terms of quality of writing as Ashita is. That man's writing is above me. Like, there's no way I could replicate the quality of his writing. I'm not even going to try to say I could. So, I would be very honored, but at the same time, that burden that would be placed on my shoulder would be ridiculous, because there's just no way I could please the fans of TG as how Ashita pleases all of us. But if I could make it somewhat decent, like if I was given time or whatever, I probably would stick true to what Ashita has made it very obvious since the beginning of the series. I would definitely figure out a way to make the ending very tragic. I don't know exactly how I would end the manga. I would assume there'd be a lot of deaths, but it wouldn't just be death for the sake of deaths. I would want it to be a very tragic conclusion, because the series is a tragedy. If I was going to end TG, I would probably have it to where, like, our main characters fell in some way. Like, Kaneki fails, nothing, like, happy happens for our main characters. Like, Furuto wins or whatever. I mean, I feel like that's kind of how I would end the series. Or both sides lose, and they both burn the world pretty much to the ground or whatever. I don't know. I would definitely make it a very tragic and sad conclusion, but I don't know exactly what I would do, because whatever I do, I know for a fact it would not be to the same standards as what Ashita Sui would do for Tokyo Ghoul. Have you watched this anime, Itazura No Kiss? There's a Korean drama that has adapted it, and it's even better than the anime. I highly recommend it. I want to be honest here, I have never heard of it. Let me see what this is even about. Itazura No Kiss. I've never heard of it. I want to be honest here, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad series. It probably could be a hidden gem, but maybe one day I'll get around to watching it. What is the most coolest thing you have ever done in your life? A lot of variety I've had in my life. I've been to Disneyland or World or whatever in Florida, like Orlando, Florida. I've been to Universal Studios and all that. I've been in a helicopter once. I've been on a houseboat. I've done a lot of cool things. I mean, I'd say one of the coolest things either would be me in a helicopter, that was fun, or would possibly be me going caving. When I was going caving, exploring in Tennessee, I used to, when I was younger, like when I was early teens and all that, like in middle school and stuff, I remember going around looking for caves, exploring them and stuff, and it was really fun. I remember having a lot of fun going inside of caves, or, climbing, like rock climbing inside of the caves and stuff. It was just always fun to do. There was a lot of caves I used to go into constantly, like all the time in the weekends, and so that was one of the coolest things for me to do, honestly. And if it wasn't that, it was crawfish hunting. Yes, I used to crawfish hunt. I used to, grab the little crawfish and snatch them up, take them back home, and cook them and all that. Those were good. I know many of you would be like, ew, that's nasty, but crawfish are pretty fucking good, especially in Tennessee. If you capture some and all that, they're hella good. So I would say those are the cool things I did. I know they're really minor, and they probably are not as extravagant as what others may have done with their life, but it's just the little things, honestly, that really stand out to me. So I would say either helicopter, caving, or crawfish hunting with my family and all that. That was some fun times. Will you ever plan on watching Hajime no Ippo? I plan on watching it eventually, but it's not on my priority list right now, like to get it done this second. But it is something that has been on my radar for a while. But like I said, it's not something I need to get done this second. But I have heard many great things about Ippo. I've heard it's a wonderful series. It's a must-read/watch series. And one day I will get around to it. But there's just so many other things I'd like to do first before I get to that series. But I've heard some good things. And if you guys are looking for like a boxing series or whatever, I would definitely recommend it. Because I have heard some good things about it. Which anime is better in your opinion? Gintama or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? So my opinion, so that doesn't mean that one or the other, which one ever say is actually better. It just comes down to personal taste or whatever get me the most enjoyment. Let's see, JoJo has given me a lot of enjoyment. I've had a lot of fun watching JoJo Part 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Gintama as well. I've had a lot of fun watching Gintama. Either way, it's just my opinion. It doesn't mean that one or the other is better in terms of writing or whatever. It's just what gave me the most enjoyment at the time. I had a lot of fun with Gintama. There were so many arcs. There was just so much variety to it. I would say I would choose Gintama. I would. Because there's just so much to Gintama that is just absolutely ridiculous. There's just so many arcs, so many things that are different from each other individual arc that it just stood out to me. So I'd probably go with Gintama. But in terms of just... I don't really know. You know what? Yeah, I'm going with Gintama, but I love JoJo too, but for different reasons. It's a very action-packed series like JoJo is, and it has different reasons to why I enjoy that series so much. But I would say Gintama. Hey, let me read this in a different voice. Hey, boss, can I have the pussy, please? No. Would you ever do anal? It's not something at this moment I'm personally interested in. Would you sacrifice 250,000 people of your choosing to bring Holo into this world so she can be your wife? Oh my god, that's a lot of people. Like, okay, I would do a lot to have Holo in this world. I'll be real here, okay? I would sacrifice a lot, but... if I was to bring Holo into this world to be my waifu, like if that was a legit possibility, and she would be her own separate person and retain what I like about Holo... I don't think Holo would appreciate it too much if I was to sacrifice 250,000 people to bring her into my world. I just don't think she would, like me at all if I did something like that, judging by how her personality is and all of that, so I want to say no. I would not sacrifice that many people, because if Holo retains what makes Holo Holo, there's just no way she would ever go for that. Ever. If I was to do something like that, so, no. What's your favorite dub? Okay, so, not counting Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and all that, or Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, the standard stuff, you know, the mainstream stuff. What's one of my favorite English dubs, I'm assuming? I would say Space Dandy. Say, quack! If you were to fuck Blake from Ruby, does that count as bestiality? Gosh. Are you serious right now? Are you fucking serious right now? Are you fucking... I would say no. It's kind of obvious why. Because she's not necessarily a fucking cat or an animal. She just has animal-like features. That's not considered a furry or bestiality because... no, like she's not. It wouldn't count as that. It definitely wouldn't. Could you call me a god? Damn, you're very demanding, aren't you, God? What's the funniest anime you have watched where you almost cried due to the comedy? And have you watched Daily Life of High School Boys? I've recognized the name. I don't think I have. What is a comedy that the funniest anime I've seen that made me cry because it was so funny? If I'm not counting Gintama, which it's obvious that I did cry and laugh at the same time because that's just how great it was, I would say Beelzebub. Beelzebub had me dying. Like, I was crying tears of joy when I was watching Beelzebub's anime series. There was just so many great episodes in it. Like, I love the dub, like the dub over of, like, the sports match. That's probably one of my favorite episodes of Beelzebub. I remember just busting a gut at that scene when they redubbed, like, this videotape and all that was with, like, a sports game. And they were trash talking. That shit had me dying. So, I would say Beelzebub. What do you consider the worst show you've ever reviewed on your channel? Either Hamatora or Glasslip. You know what? I say Glasslip is actually worse because there was nothing. That series was nothing. It was a pointless-ass series. What do you think is going to happen in the next TG chapter? Please, I'm hyped. Mutsuki might chop off Kaneki's dick. I mean, she is into some of that freaky stuff. I mean, look what she was doing to a corpse, so... Most likely that, or Toka's gonna die. Which element power would you rather have? I'm assuming like the regular elements, like fire, water, earth, air, stuff like that. I'd probably say earth. The reason why I would want earth bending or whatever is because I would be able to landscape. I could raise mountains up, I can lower, make ravines, I can search through the ground for jewels or whatever. I mean, think about it. If you had the power to manipulate earth, imagine how rich you could get, okay? You can, like, lift up a big section of the earth, look at it and all that, look at the many different layers, and you might find fossils, gold, whatever, crystals, diamond, and then you could sell that shit, and there you go. Just lower the earth back down, and nobody knows where you found it, and you have your own stash. Just keep raising the dirt and lowering it back again. Or, you know, imagine just making landscapes for buildings and stuff. It would just be really cool. So I would definitely go with the earth-like power. It just seems like it would have a lot of practical uses. What is your saltiest moment in real life? By the way, what up, bro? What up, Zion? What's up, all of you other Chibits that are currently watching this video? I know most of you are probably not even seeing this part because you want to see what I'm going to say at the end of this video. I know what you're doing there. So, any of you that are here and watching this part of the video, thank you for watching this video. I do appreciate it. But, the saltiest moment I have been in real life. I have had a lot of times in my life I've been pretty damn salty. Now, let's ask, like, what type of salt are you asking about? You talking about salt as in terms of just being really upset with the world? Salt as in something very petty and you're just angry about? Or are you talking about salty as in, like, just jealousy, like gaming or whatever? I guess I'll go with just gaming-wise, I guess for now, like something simple. One of the saltiest moments I think I ever was in terms of gaming would had to have been when I was playing World of Warcraft. I remember I was, like, in a dungeon or whatever. I forget how long ago it was, but I was doing a dungeon against Arthas. You know, King Arthas, you know, the Lich King in, you know, Wrath. I remember I was doing a dungeon, like, raid against him, and apparently in my party, like, this, like, certain drop, I forget what the item was. There was, like, a drop I wanted, like, a very rare item at the time, and nobody else in my party could use it, and I was the only one that needed it, but I disconnected and couldn't get back on to receive the item, or get the item at all, because I disconnected right then and there, and it made me so fucking salty, because I lost my chance to get it, so I would say that was one of the saltiest moments I've ever had in terms of gaming, because I lost this item I was, like, grinding for a long time, and didn't get to get it at all, because of how I got fucked over, thanks to, you know, my power, or not my power, like my internet just dying right then and there, so yeah, I would say that was one of my saltiest moments. If you went to Hogwarts, what house would you be in? Well, that's an easy question. Slytherin, because being evil is fun. Will you play the English localization of FateGrand Order when it comes this summer? Yeah, definitely. You all know my stance on Fate. If Toka and Kaneki have a kid, do you think it would be like the Moonlight Child? Spoiler alert, the Moonlight Child isn't Guts and Koska's child. The child died thanks to, you know, Griffith and the Tower Conviction arc. The Moonlight Child is actually like an ambassador / advisor from the Fairy Island, so yeah, that's yeah, it's not their child, but do I wish that Toka and Kaneki had a kid like that? Yeah, it'd be very cute and adorable. I would definitely like that. I would. A character from any media that you hate but most people love. I would say Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad. I did not like Jesse at all from Breaking Bad. I couldn't really stand him as a character because of some of the things he did. He was a well-written character. I just couldn't stand him. I hated him just because of how he was. So I'd say, yeah, Jesse from Breaking Bad. If someone desperately wants a beard but can't pull off the look or get a look that suits them, what would you do in their shoes? You being serious right now? I can't grow a beard or mustache. You guys make fun of me all the time for when I try to grow something out. You guys, like, shave that shit off. That looks disgusting. So, yeah, which, speaking of which, I do need to shave. But, I can't grow shit. So, I guess either you shave the shit off and you just accept it that you're gonna have a baby face, or have you tried steroids? Okay, don't take steroids. I'm just joking. Don't do that. Don't do that. But I guess you just gotta live with it. You just gotta live with what the world gives you. Have you ever played Super Smash Bros? If so, what's the main? Oh, hell yeah, I played Super Smash. I used to play that all the time. Now, which version are we talking about? Are we talking about, like, the original? Are we talking about, like, the one that came out on GameCube? Or are we talking about the one that came out on Wii? Which version are we talking about? Because I didn't really play the original that much. I was mainly only played Mario. I didn't play anything else. But I played the GameCube one a lot. And then the one on Wii I played as well. If I had to say my favorite character on the GameCube one, I would probably say either Star Fox or Bowser on the GameCube version. If we're talking about Wii, I would say Meta Knight. I really am a big fan of Meta Knight on the one on Wii. So those are my two mains. Would you shout Harmony outside of your house for an early release of Spice and Wolf items? Just asking and thank you. You know what? I'll take you up on that. I definitely would. If I got some early release of Spice and Wolf items, I would do that. If I was reminded, obviously. I would definitely do a little segment where I shout outside Harmony. Not even joking. I'll do that. I would. How do you feel about losing a bet in less than a day? I should have made it harder. Like my Boku no Pico one that's currently ongoing. I mean, the way it's looking, it looks like I'm not going to be able to do that one. So thank God. Thank God. You guys are going to lose that bet on Boku no Pico. How do you realistically expect to meet a girl that shares similar hobbies as you? Realistically, I probably have no chance. But if there was a chance, I would say one day when I have enough money, when I go to a con, a convention, maybe I might meet someone there. And that's just being realistic, but I don't know. But I think that would be my only chance, to meeting someone that has similar hobbies as me and all that I could probably fall in love with, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm out in the boonies, there's not really a lot of people around I can interact with, so there's no chance around where I'm at right now, so that's off the table. So the only time I think realistically I would ever have a chance would probably be me going to a convention. That's it, but I'm probably not going to be going to a convention anytime soon, because I don't have money to do that, so yeah. And now with how YouTube is, with the YouTube ad boycott bullshit, yeah. So there's just no way I would realistically be able to do that in a long time, but I feel like that would be the only way. What's your favorite esport, if you have one? If not, what's your favorite video game genre? Obviously, I have a favorite esport, and I can see that you're a supporter of Cloud9's team. I would say my favorite game to watch esports for would definitely be Smite. I love the saltiness amongst the teams and all that compete. So I would definitely say Smite is my favorite esports to watch. Favorite video game genre is definitely RPGs or MMORPGs. Do you have hairy butt? I'd like to point out there's 6 people that like this comment. No. In fact, I really can't grow hair, actually. I'm not even joking. It's not just my beard and mustache. I barely grow any hair on my body. It's ridiculous. And so, no, I don't have a hairy butt. That's not a thing. Okay, we have reached the end. I am not prepared for this, so I want to ask you guys, not just as, to you Chibits, just as a person to person right now, okay? Please be gentle. I know many of you guys are gonna fucking judge the hell out of me. Oh my god. Because what I'm gonna say is so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. This is the stuff you don't want to tell anyone. It's the stuff you want to take to your grave, okay? That's the type of stuff I'm about to, unveil. My strange and secret fetishes. This is stuff you don't want to tell anyone at all, okay? But I'm doing it because I lost a bet. Which a bet I shouldn't have made. But at the same time, you guys just like seeing me suffer. Let's just be real here. Okay, so, oh my god. Oh my god. Am I gonna do this? Am I really doing this? Jacob, are you really doing this right now? Are you really fucking about to do this? Once you fucking do it, there's no going back. There's no going back. I'm gonna be honest, I'm more embarrassed to say this than my virgin thing. I'm not even joking. This shit is very embarrassing. This is, oh my god. Okay. Is the video still recording? I don't want to have to do this multiple times. Okay. Video still recording. Okay. Okay, let's start off with a correction from last week, okay? Forgive me if I look like I'm shaking or whatever. It's Okay. A correction from last week. When I said oral, okay? I wasn't meaning oral as in blowjob. I was meaning as for the woman, okay? Okay? Yeah, okay? Okay, that's a clarification real quick, okay? It wasn't just a regular oral like a blowjob. It was something else. It's just for the woman. Anyways. Oh my god, like, I'm just fucking... Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry. I have... God, it's so embarrassing. It's so fucking embarrassing, Level. It's so embarrassing. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Oh, God. Okay. I have a giantess fetish, okay? It's where... Oh, God. Yeah, I've already said it. It's where... It's like a fantasy one. It's like... It's an unrealistic one. Just... It's a giantess fetish to where, like, there's a tall woman, even, like, a small dude. There you fucking go, okay? Just... There. Add some clarification to this fetish, if you know what it is, like, if you know anything about it. I'm not into that, you know, bloody guro shit. That's disgusting as fuck. I'm not into that. I'm not into, like, that disturbing shit. Just, it's appealing just seeing, like, a giant woman, okay? There you go. There's one, like... Okay? Maybe one day I'll clarify even more into that, but there you go on that. Next one. I am a masochist. Now, no, don't misinterpret this. I'm not into pain. I don't like pain, okay? I like assertive women, like, you know, like dominant women, okay? There you go. There's another fetish, okay? That dominant women, like, masochists, pretty much, okay? There you go, okay? There you go. I'm just gonna say it for now. I'm just gonna say the standard for now. I'm just gonna say that. I'll dive into it maybe one day when I'm better prepared, mentally prepared, because already enough I've said is I'm gonna get judged the fuck out of. I wanna go cry in a corner now. There you go. Maybe one day I'll share more, but there you go. There you go.